again. Hi, it's Annie.
Let's try that again. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Hi. Was that jazzier?
That was way jazzier. I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of you. You
Thank
really
you.
like put some pep in your step this week.
I have. I wore a bright yellow sweater. I'm feeling like...
Yeah, you're in gray right now, but like I can still feel your bright yellow vibes.
Thank you. I decided yesterday that it's my spring.
Okay, say more.
I don't mean like, sorry. I don't mean like of everyone's spring. It is mine. I mean, it is my spring in the sense of like my spring has started.
Oh, okay.
We've started. It's spring. Hi, happy spring.
Oh my God, I'm upset. Well, in fairness, you are working in fashion, and I feel like the fashion is very like
Spring. I agree. And I think we're starting to get a lot of spring stuff, but I'm just saying like fashion aside, like let the fashion fuel you, I'd say.
Okay.
Like fashion aside, like
I always do.
I am internally, energy wise, everything, like it is spring.
You know, it was kind of giving me like sort of the peppy spring, fun nature that I needed.
Peppy spring fun nature that you needed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Benito Bowl.
Wait, 100%. And can I tell you what I think part of it was? It was such a California evening.
It was such a California
It was
evening.
light outside for the halftime.
It was a daytime halftime performance.
I loved that.
Me too.
It reminded me of like being a child in California for spring break.
Absolutely.
No, I'm so serious.
A canon event. No, I agree.
Like, I agree. Maybe that's what put me in the... I think that actually...
I think it was the Benito Bowl.
I think that put me in the spirit. So,
Bad Bunny's halftime performance at the Super Bowl.
Of course. Did you watch the full game?
I technically sat in a room where people were watching the game.
Right.
I don't think I watched a single play. I also don't think I watched a single ad. I'm sorry I was having a good time with my friends.
No,
okay?
like serious. But were you guys all sat for halftime?
Are you fucking kidding me? I
Of
was
course.
actually like a little bit like annoyed. Like I was sitting there watching it going, this is the best thing I've ever seen and I already need to go home and watch it again. Like in the privacy of my own home. What did you think?
I had that exact same feeling. I was like, I need to see this again while I'm rotting.
I agree.
You know that feeling where you're like, I absolutely loved every single second of it. I thought that it was fantastic. I knew in the moment that there were parts of the performance that were made for not my community per se, that I was just like already excited to read about. Like, you know, when you experience the pop culture moment and in the moment you're like, I cannot wait to read about this later.
Yes, of course.
I just thought it was fucking fantastic.
I was on a train just like, you know, having a real main character moment.
Totally.
As
Were
we
you
all
staring
do.
out the window?
Of course. I was staring out the window. I was listening to Noah Kahan's new song and I was on the train. And it was amazing. But that's besides the point. You don't know about his new song, The Great Divide? I could tell I just rocked your fucking world. We'll listen to it later. It's really good.
When did it come out?
A couple weeks ago.
What?
Yeah. Whoa. I feel like I rarely know things about pop culture recently that you don't know. It's because you're busy dressing the people of New York City.
So true. Okay. Sorry. Wow. Okay. I
So-
didn't know that. That's really weird that I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was, it is. So I was on the train and I was listening to
The Great Divide.
Except before that, I was this is the day before the Super Bowl. I was rewatching Kendrick's halftime performance from last year and I was like freaking out at how good it was. And I loved it in the moment last year, but I was like, I did not even fully appreciate like what this is I was texting my friend Becky and I was like, I haven't told you this yet. I was like, I think I'm PMSing because I feel like I'm going to cry about like how amazing Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance was. And she was like, no, I get that.
I love Kendrick Lamar and that performance too. Okay, I was having this conversation with my roommates and maybe the two aren't being compared in the way that I've seen them be compared. Kendrick Lamar's performance was far more political.
Yes.
Overtly political than Benito's. That performance, Benito's, the reason that I thought it was so fucking like masterful was that no part of it, I mean, he could have been outwardly political and I would have been like, amazing, yes, great. But like, there's nothing that anyone can say except like, what a celebration of culture from this, oh, by the way, US citizen
Yeah.
Did you see the meme that was all the different halftime performers and the
Yes.
amount of them that are not U.S. citizens?
Yes.
Like, shut the fuck up, everyone. Anyway.
I think something I've taken away from the last week is that we need to bring back shame.
Kate?
And
I love it.
let me tell you what I mean.
Okay.
So, like,
This isn't like how I said one time that we should bring back bullying when stupid people say dumb things that they haven't thought about. Or is
it's
it?
almost the same thing, actually.
Okay, great.
No, but I was like here's I think we as a society have lost, and I'm not trying to say bring back I'm not saying
Yeah, we're not here for cancel culture.
no. I'm not saying bring back cancel culture.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like publicly shame people a la Cersei in Game of Thrones. You don't get that reference, but
It's funny. Okay, great. I don't think we should bring back like cyberbullying.
Certainly not.
No.
I don't know if that ever fully went away, but we don't need it to.
Sorry, I don't think that we should normalize that in any
But
sense.
I think we've lost our ability as a society sometimes, or some of us have, to feel shame. And what I mean by that is like these people who are out there
Yes.
on Instagram or Twitter is being like, I don't like this Bad Bunny for speaking Spanish. Like, this is horrific. What an assault to America. I'm
That's
like,
a great Jill Zarin impression.
that wasn't my Jill, but
Sorry.
I won't do my Jill.
Okay. You can.
She's like, no, I can't. It's
Okay.
gonna be too embarrassing. But I'm even talking about just like normal fucking people. I'm like, don't say that.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, you
not
should be-
because it's like, I'm not saying, oh, that is inappropriate. You're gonna get canceled. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's a really weird take. And like,
And it's a little embarrassing.
I'm just like, do we no longer as a society like the fact that people just feel comfortable spouting off like that about first of all, that is the dumbest battle to fight. The only reason that like people are not the only reason. I think even without all of this like drama surrounding the Bad Bunny halftime show, it still would have been like the most miraculous, amazing performance ever.
It was so cool.
Like, it wasn't good because of the controversy, but the only reason why people are like so like what the fuck at all these conservatives is because like it's so not a big deal,
Right.
And people are making it the biggest fucking deal in the entire world
Just
that this
admi-
man speaks Spanish.
Also, just admit that you've literally never had fun in your life, and you've never been able to shake your ass, and you've never like celebrated any other culture except like I getting drunk on a plane, like,
and I fucked my cousin.
Like, shut
Sorry.
up. Like, seriously, shut
I have
up.
a couple other things. to say.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No,
This is really like I'm like sparking a lot for me right now.
no, please.
First of all, I think that like there are many times in my day where I think something or I think I'm going to do something or say something, and then I think to myself, you know what? Maybe I don't need to say that.
Right.
Or maybe I should say that in a different way, or maybe I should rethink
Totally.
why I'm thinking that. And I think we need more of that.
We do, and we also need to normalize maybe saying, "Oh, I was wrong about that."
100%.
One great Kendrick callback.
Yes.
Grammys last year.
What did he do?
I texted. No, something I did.
Oh, I forgot about
I
this.
texted in our family group chat with Mac, and I was like,
Otherwise known as Fam and Max Slaytown is the name of that
I
group
was
chat.
like, I am like not really understanding why this like diss track at the time was it album of the year?
Song of the year.
Song of the year.
Record of the year.
Which is objectively a horrible take. Like that I was even like
For a
questioning.
second, I thought you were going to say song. Did you see my face?
No.
I was like,
It's one of the best songs that's been written over the last, I would say, 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And B, like, I so didn't understand the context of the song, the implications of the song, the lack of like my understanding for why that song was meaningful for so many people. So I texted in our group chat and I was like, I want to hear why. And like, love mom and dad to death, but like I knew Mac like knew more. I was like, I want to hear Mac like what the arguments are for like why this is like such a great song, whatever. And I had probably listened to it twice. Talk about being ignorant to something.
we listened to it together for the first time, though.
But I think that was the only time I had listened to it. And then like I had heard moments of it.
Right.
So I listened to it a couple times. Mac sent me some articles. I read about it. Then he performed at the Super Bowl. And I was, but in between those two things, I was like, how wrong I was, and also how embarrassing that I even thought that there was an argument to be made for it not being whatever. Needless to say, let's normalize just being like, oh, I formed an opinion about something I knew nothing about. And so as I learn more about it, my opinion is going to change, and I'm allowed to admit that I was wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like we're so scared as a society of, and honestly, like, I'm not saying like cancel culture is the worst thing that's ever happened, because I think there were people that needed to be canceled during all of that. But I do think it's made people very dig their heels in about things in a way that I'm not sure that we used to, because it's like, well, okay, fine, then like cancel me if I think this, because da-da-da. I just think like we've lost a lot of nuance.
Yeah. I have a couple other things to say. First of all, I do remember that. And I remember being like, slay. Like, she's really like being like, oh, you know what? I think I was wrong. And I
like, totally was.
Love.
And I love that song.
It's such a good song. I have a couple other things to say. I'm really just... So one.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, okay, actually, Dad used to always say this thing to us. He would be like, if there's something that everyone likes and you don't... The opera and coffee were always his two examples. Yeah, they're like, yeah, like if you're like, don't get why everyone drinks coffee.
That's so interesting. Classical music,
opera. Like if there is something that is so like ubiquitous and like beloved, and you just don't really get it, like you just have to assume there's something there. Even if it's not for you, or even if you're not getting it, like usually there's a reason why everyone loves something. So like Bad Bunny, I'm pretty sure globally is like the most famous, most streamed artist.
100%.
And so like
in the whole world,
maybe
I think
assume, because especially outside of America, I think so maybe assume that there's something you're missing, and maybe it's not for you, maybe you don't get it, that's okay. Also, it's okay to just like not like something and have that just be like, it's not my favorite song.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like,
I don't like Bruno Mars very much. Everyone fucking loves Bruno Mars. When Bruno Mars was on the halftime show, I was like, cool. Like, yeah, you know, fine. That's for some. It's not my favorite. Great. Like, but to have to turn it into this whole fucking political, well, this is not Americana. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's also racist and wrong.
It's objectively incorrect.
Yes.
It's incorrect.
Yes.
I love that he was like, okay, well, the good thing is it wasn't America's first language, or English isn't America's first language either. Like, pop off. I completely agree with you. And I also think the sort of like balls people have to post takes like that on the internet. Like, imagine if the conversation, and I don't even think what I said, correct me if I'm wrong, about Not Like Us at the time was like that egregious. Like, I think I was just like, I'm curious as to why people feel so passionately that this should be the song of the year. And there's a lot of good reasons for it. But like the fact that people like Jill Zarin are taking to social media with these opinions that they clearly, I mean, she since deleted it because I think she realized how ignorant it was, but it's like,
well, she was fired. Do you know that?
From the New Year, yeah. But also the way people just like say it with their whole chest and publicly. And it's like,
Jill Zarin is a former Real Housewife of New York, if you're not familiar with her work. And she posted this whole video about how fucking horrible the halftime show was.
It's just crazy. Okay, question for you. Because you know I'm like a big Lady Gaga stan. How did you feel about her cameo?
I loved it. Well, okay, in fairness, I just think the Myers ladies as a whole are like just really, like, we're just like little monsters, if you will.
Yeah. Eli Rallo posted like something about like me when I wake up and just need to hear the best song that's ever been made. And it's You and I. And it's like, that might be the best song that's ever made. Like, but anyway, I really loved her.
And apparently he is like a huge little monster. Like, apparently, like, there's all
I love him. I love him. With every additional thing I find out about him, I love him even more.
I know, me too. I think we have to watch the halftime show again after whatever.
Kate, I think I've watched it in full. I'm not overstating this. I think I've watched it in full. Like, it's in the teens.
Can I say one more thing?
Of course. Kind of the whole point.
I've kind of
could say a lot more things. Got all night.
So I think that if my child comes up to me and says, I'm going to take French, I'm going to smack him across the face. No, I'm just kidding. I took French. But like, I find it genuinely embarrassing. And like, it does not say anything good about my intelligence. That I do not know how to speak a word of Spanish.
Well, you know a word.
Hola?
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
Yeah, that was good.
A2?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, that's how you say it in French too. Okay. So anyway,
It's quite, of the languages you can learn, it's quite
which makes it easy.
easy, which makes it worse, is what you were going to say. Totally.
Anyway, I think these people who are like, I don't understand a word of this halftime show. I'm like,
learn it.
That's embarrassing,
Yeah.
actually. And why don't you go pick up Rosetta Stone?
And to your
Have
point,
you ever heard of the Duolingo owl? and I don't know it either, but I'm
But
not
to
sitting
your-
up here being
right.
like, I don't know a word of this. It's like, yeah, so pick up a fucking textbook, you fucking idiot.
Wait, that's actually so true.
Right? I'm like-
yeah.
I'm
wait,
like, all of these
that's
people-
so true. The lack of shame around, like, what if you just like had the competency to learn a few words of a language?
Also, do you
call
know-
me crazy?
Right. Also, do you know, I was thinking about this too as I was watching the Super Bowl.
Bring back picking up a textbook and educating yourself.
Literally where is the Rosetta Stone?
Wait, that's so true. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying that I was thinking about this as I watched the performance. Think about the number of American artists who are world renowned
Yeah.
in countries where English is not their first language. We are the only English speakers are the only people on the planet who like have such an entitlement about our own language.
Yeah, it's disgusting. We have such an entitlement about so
And
much.
like, think about the amount of like we go places, we expect that people are
Right.
going to speak English.
Right.
With the fucking every performance, every musician. How am I supposed to know that? I don't know. The same way that like
literally anyone else enjoys
knows like Bruce Springsteen
right
or
right Harry Styles
right.
or right.
Bruce Springsteen was a random.
Bruce Springsteen and Harry Styles were crazy picks, but like I'm obsessed.
But like, yeah. And so whatever. I'm just kind of like, yeah, whatever. I just think people are so fucking weird.
Yeah, I
Go
completely
outside and
yeah,
like dance a little. Just like get up and dance, okay?
100%. Also,
Yeah.
the New York elements of the halftime show I thought were very cool as well.
I agree.
What were you gonna say? You're really going off. I'm obsessed. No,
I think everyone just needs to shake a little more ass.
I completely agree with
I
you.
think we could solve a lot
lot.
if we all were just out there shaking
I
ass.
completely agree. Or just letting other people shake their ass.
Let me shake ass in
like
peace.
it's like just let people enjoy their lives. Also, just like say that you like have a hard time having fun.
Say that you're like socially awkward.
Right. And you like
I am too.
yeah, but like let other people not be.
Right.
Anyway, okay. I
I don't know if any of that made sense, but it felt really good to say.
No, I'm so glad you let a lot out there. I really
I
liked
had
it.
never really talked about any of this before.
No, it was great. The Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Have we talked about them here?
Nah.
Do you have anything? You didn't watch?
Are you fucking kidding? I watched the whole thing. I
Oh.
told you that Lauryn Hill made me cry.
Oh my god, that was so good. Wait, okay, yeah. I was just gonna like ask if we had anything to say about the It's been a while. I'm
Unfortunately, I think our posting schedule is too inconsistent for us to now speak about the Grammys.
but also like the halftime performance, like
The Benito Grammys to Benito Bowl pipeline was really an impeccable week for us as a society.
I completely agree. Can I also say something?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to see Trevor Noah again. Like,
Like
I hope
ever?
he lives a great life. Sorry. Is that bad?
Nah, I mean,
But like sorry, let me rephrase. I don't need to see him host another awards show ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that anyone has ever hosted an award show well.
Nikki Glazer.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I know I didn't actually watch
Why did
that,
I just
but
get
I heard
so
it was
upset?
good. I need to
Kate,
stop just saying
that.
shit.
She's done the Golden Globes a bunch, and it's the only award show that I actually think that the host is even remotely
That you
palatable.
think is worth its weight in forget it.
It's okay. Okay, so that feels like a good recap.
I think it was a great
I totally agree.
I think it was amazing.
And listen-
and you know what? I think the Seahawks won, but I couldn't tell you for sure.
They did. It was like one of the most boring games of football I've ever watched.
I actually, the halftime happened. I watched about 2 more minutes, and then I said, "Okay, I'm gonna call my Uber."
Yep.
This is
so.
some fun.
I did stay till the end of the game at the viewing party that I was at,
Okay,
but mainly
pick
because
me.
the spread was just divine.
Can we talk about a spread?
Yeah, please.
I don't think there's anything I like more on earth than a spread.
Kate, couldn't agree more. And we've been this way. That's not something that we've like acquired in our like young adulthood. We've always loved a spread.
Okay, what was the? Okay, fuck. Where do we even begin?
Wait, can I just say my one thing about the Super Bowl?
Sorry, yeah.
sometimes a spread needs a sweet treat. And people aren't talking about that enough. Well, I'm just saying sometimes you go to like a sporting, everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like hunched because I'm like
no, totally. You go to like a sporting viewing party and there's like a buffalo dip, there's like a guacamole, there's like a wing of sort. Like even if there is like like more of an entree portion of the evening, a lot of the time people are missing the sweet treat. And I also think you should bring the sweet treat out with everything else.
Wait, I just realized we both brought sweet treats to our Super Bowl party.
What did you bring?
I brought gluten-free brownies.
And people were really happy about a sweet treat. And it's not something that everyone is knowing. It's not something that's on everyone's list or radar.
It's always on mine.
I made a banana bread. It was so fucking delicious. Like the hosts, what just happened to me? The hosts asked me if they could hide it, pretend I didn't bring it so that they would have it later on. And I said, no, boys. boys, sharing is caring.
Remember what your mother taught you.
Oh, were you going to ask me about my... but you know what I did miss this year? Rachel was traveling back from LA and she makes an onion dip.
Sorry.
She makes an onion dip with a lay. No, sorry, with a ruffle.
We might need to get that at Trader Joe's.
Kate, there is something about that onion dip and she makes a 7-layer bar. I missed both of those things this year.
Who does onion dip remind you of?
Rachel Berman.
I was going to say our grandma, but that's fine.
Did she like onion dip?
She introduced me to the art of a potato chip and onion dip.
You know what? Both sides of our family have always like known a good fucking spread.
There was always like appetizers galore. At a Myers or Rudd family function.
Okay, what were you going to ask me? The earliest spread I remember? Because I'll tell you.
No, but I like that question.
What's your earliest spread memory?
You go first.
I mean, it's so not even
a competition.
And you know what, Kate? It's like you probably won't even remember it.
You'd be surprised.
No.
This bitch loves a spread.
Wait.
Can you tell me?
March.
Of?
Whatever year the Hannah Montana movie came out. 2011?
No. 2009.
9?
Let's call it 9.
Yeah. 2009 was a good fucking year. Anyway, we're in Palm Springs, California.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had just...
With Grandma. There's common theme going on
exactly. I think we had just gone and gotten a manicure and she told us not to buckle our seatbelts because she didn't want it to smudge. Mm-hmm. My icon.
Mm-hmm. And then she took us to get Big Macs after.
Did I eat a Big Mac? No way. I definitely got like a shake and fries. Anyway, when we got back, there was a spread there that was outside on their patio. March Madness was on the television screen and there was club crackers, like a goat cheese. They always had club crackers. Am I wrong?
No.
There was a potato chip element to it as well, like a kettle cooked carrots ranch, which was definitely a Bill and Gail like addition. I was having a lemonade on ice and I remember thinking to myself, this is what it's all about. I'm 9 years old and I'm not sure life gets better than this.
And you know what? It never did.
Obama
was president.
And also there was a hummus. Kate, it was like
2009. We're in a recession. You and I are just fucking vibing out with our lemonade and club crackers.
I got my coral on my nails. We are just absolutely
We're like, now
living.
we know why Carol took us. Never mind, I can't say that.
No, you can't. But no, it was like I was like, oh, this is what dreams are made of. This is what people write songs about. Like I was and it was also like 80 degrees and sunny, 2 p.m., but it was 5 p.m. on the East Coast, so the basketball was starting. I just remember sitting there and being like, hell fucking
you were learning the hoedown throwdown.
Yes, and that was the day I decided 60 plus.
That's where you're thriving.
That's my peak. Like, I'm gonna retire if God willing. I will retire and I will just fucking vibe with my spread.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a good granny spread. Wait, do you want to know my first spread I remember? Yeah. And it's not the first spread I remember, actually.
I don't know if this is entertaining for anyone except us, but I'm having the best time. I have some things that I have to say that you don't even know about.
Okay, so let's
Like
say them.
breaking news.
But first, I need to tell you about my spread.
But first,
coffee. So,
but first, buff chick dip.
So,
ooh. I just thought about
I
spinach.
think I can do a good spread.
You can do a great spread. I thought about spinach artichoke just now for the first time in a while. The dip.
Do you know I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I've been ordering it at restaurants.
Wait, I've not had it in years.
Okay, I discovered a good one recently. I'll take you. But
Okay.
oh, something that changed my life.
Yeah.
Was a kiddish. As a reminder, not Jewish. But like, when I went to my first
in
bat
my
mitzvah,
mind, you said Shiva, and I was like, Kate,
Well-
that's so inappropriate. Like, you can't.
I mean,
but
the same thing kind of applies.
It's the same food.
but like,
Can you tell our listeners what a kiddish is?
yeah. So I mean, I'm not going to explain it correctly, but in my lived experience,
Right.
what a kiddish is you go to a bar bat mitzvah or like an event at a temple.
That's not what I.
You go to a bar bat mitzvah or an event at a temple.
Probably around the same time, 2009.
Wait, it totally
Kate,
was.
we were introduced to spreads. Our
so
first serendipitous.
simultaneously.
Oh yeah.
So you go to the service, and then afterwards, the congregation has like snack hour, literally.
With like the best snacks known to man,
Yeah.
because Jewish people have the best food ever.
Yes. That's just
Right.
fact.
I mean, that's just.
And so you go, and there's bagels and lox and like arugula and like babka.
Oh my
And
god.
so, and like you know me, I was kind of trying the weird shit too, like the white fish salad. Of course, as a 12-year-old, I was fucking that up.
Are you
And
someone that goes to Passover Seder and eats the gefilte fish?
No.
Okay.
I kind of draw the line there.
Okay, sure. Sorry.
But
continue.
are you? No way. No. Okay. I was like back to that. I was gonna rock my world.
Have we met?
So, but I just want to say that like when I realized when I started going to bar and bat mitzvahs that like this was an element, like and then when there wouldn't be a kiddish, I would be like, why
the
did I
lack
even
of a
come?
kiddish.
I was like,
was
you're
tough.
telling me I just get to roll up here on a Saturday
Right.
in my Betsy Johnson dress,
Right.
and just eat like.
But sometimes there was a kiddish. Sometimes there was a service, a kiddish, and then the party at night had had the whole.
That was in Deerfield. That was kind of always the case.
Yeah.
A cocktail hour.
God,
with
I was
a mini weenie.
I was so well fed at that time in my life.
Me too. A little too well fed, some might say.
Oh God!
But-
So that was your first like life changing
I
spread.
think that was the first time I really processed how much a spread could absolutely elevate the vibe.
And change the course of your day or life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mood.
Oh wait, I'm not really talking into the mic at all.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You yell, so like
Okay. No, totally.
I
Right.
can hear
Of course. Okay. I have another question for you.
hit me.
Did I tell you that I'm like 3/4 of the way done with normal people?
Logan texted me that you guys were watching it, but then I asked her what episode you were on and I didn't hear back. So I'm curious what your thoughts are.
I think it's the greatest TV show that's ever been made.
Right. You have to read the book. Although I have a hot take. I think Normal People, the book is better than the TV show, but it's one of the only adaptations of a book that I've experienced where I'm like, you should read the book, but it's also like you kind of get a lot of the book from the show.
Did you read Daisy Jones?
Yeah, but I didn't watch the show.
Okay. People say that about that show too. And you know me, it could take me 7 years to get through the book.
The book's tiny though. Do you see it on the shelf right there? It's above the pot, blue and green.
Yeah, but you know me, it could take me 7 years to get through a book.
Wait, so are you understanding that Paul Mescal like is
Kate,
so fucking hot?
I didn't really get the lore until I watched it. Wait, no one told me. No, you've been telling me.
That's my celebrity crush.
Him and Gracie Abrams. He's also not too beautiful.
No, that's part of why he's so hot.
He's so hot. I wasn't getting it before.
His chain. Have you come across the chain?
Have I come across the
Are
chain?
you knowing that was like a cultural moment in 2020 or 2019? The Connell chain.
No.
Oh, it was. Like everyone was talking about the dangling Connell chain.
Wait, no, because
And you know when it dangles.
Oh, I know. Let me tell you one thing about that chain. I mean, what? No.
What do you have to say about the chain, Annie?
No, I was going to say I don't engage with anything related to like media that I haven't yet seen. Like if I decide something is not for me, but others are enjoying it, I'm like, great, and that can be yours. But like I watched the full Marvel Cinematic Universe 4 years after Endgame came out, and I had no idea what happened.
And you
like,
and I are
large cultural moments I am not tuned into until I am. So like I've had things where like, and I don't get mad at people for spoiling. There's a statute of limitations on these things. Like had people, I'm sure multiple people spoiled Endgame for me, but I just wasn't listening.
Yeah. See, you and I could not be more the opposite that way. Like there are many things that I feel like I have not watched or have not read because I feel like I've like got it already. Sorry, I got distracted. There's someone like way across the way watching Olympics and I was seeing it.
Are you watching?
I was just kind of trying to see what sport it was.
The only thing I don't know anything about, but I do know the Red Wedding.
But like, do you know what that is, or do you just know it's like
there's like a lot of beheading at in Game of Thrones?
Okay, yeah. Spoiler alert. It's actually kind of not, because unless you know, well, I guess the episode's called The Red Wedding.
Well, I also think it's like time is up on the statute of limitations there.
Right.
You either have to be completely ignorant and have attention deficit disorder and not be paying attention, or you may have it ruined. And I'm sorry about that. I am. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I have pieces of media that sort of become mine before I've even like experienced them. Like I was really into like all the TikToks I was getting about the Hunger Games prequel with Rachel Zegler. And like I didn't read it until like 2 years after.
But you liked it.
I fucking loved it. And also I watched the movie when I had the stomach. I didn't mention this in the last episode.
Right.
I watched the movie on the plane when I had the stomach flu, and it was like, I'm not kidding you. It brought me back to health.
I think you also had a 24-hour bug and you were on 23.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, if I hadn't gotten to watch that fucking movie, if American Airlines had not had that available for in-flight viewing,
you would have still, you'd still be sick right now.
Yeah. I would have puked all over that 737.
I get it. Okay, do you have anything else you need to like bring to the forefront?
No, I kind of just came here with vibes, and I think I've delivered.
Okay, I couldn't agree more. Can I say one thing?
As you said, that's kind of what this is for.
I think that Gen Z doesn't know how to interact in public. Like I do think that that is like fair and accurate and whatever. But I also think that there are some environments where it's just not my time to interact.
Such as?
When I go to get a manicure, I'm actually not looking to talk to a stranger.
Wait, did someone try to talk to you today?
Every time I go get a manicure, someone next to me is like trying to chat.
No.
So today, I brought AirPods. I brought my water bottle. Giggly Squad, AirPods. And for a second, I felt guilty because I was like, okay, not only am I not talking to anyone around me, this poor nail tech also like, probably not that she probably didn't want to talk to me. She talks to people all day long, but like it felt kind of rude, and it was kind of like, oh, this is like giving like iPad kid Gen Z like weirdness.
No,
I think in that setting, it's okay to be parallel existing with your peers.
I agree.
But I think Gen Z has a hard time knowing when the setting is not conducive to that.
I agree. Like they need to just sometimes know that like it is time to interact and be friendly.
Yeah, and like I think that like all you kids are on your phone all the time for sure, which I think is why like no phone parties and like DJ sets where they're like no phone, whatever. I think that that's all great, but I had a moment of feeling guilty at the nail place, and then I was like, you know what? I try really hard to go out of my way to talk to people. Like there was a guy in a Wisconsin hat at my Rumble class the other day, chatted with him and his son, like whatever. But I think that there's a time and a place, and I think sometimes
it's not the time nor the place.
Yeah,
I agree.
And it's okay to give subtle cues. It's okay to have my AirPods in.
Can I say a time when I actually feel like I wish older people interacted with me more? Like, I feel like I'm the one who wants to be friends.
Of course.
In my building. Like, be my friend. You have a cute dog and I want to be your friend.
Do people not talk to you in your building?
Like, no. And I don't want them to. Especially when they have a cute dog. Today I met a basset hound named Truman.
Oh, so you did meet
Because I always interact with the dog.
But Truman didn't say, hi, my name's Truman.
Because in fairness, I do this thing where I go, what's its name? And they go, Truman. And I go, great. And there's never like what's your name? Nice to meet you.
Right.
And that's on me.
Can you tell the listeners about your made up, like all your lies when you were little?
Oh, okay. The lies
we also don't have to.
No, I can riff.
Riff it up.
Let me cook. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I was little, I loved lying. And I like to say I was creative. I was a creative child.
Right. You know, I wasn't privy to any of this.
Really?
I don't know. Did you lie to me? Do you have anything you need to get off your chest?
I actually don't think I ever lied to you or our parents.
I don't think you did.
What? As a kid, a little kid. Yeah. No, I've definitely lied to our parents. But like as a little kid, I loved.
You were like a liar in high school. You were like a little liar. I probably followed the rules too much.
But like as a little kid, I just liked making up a story to tell my friends.
Right.
And sorry that I had a sense of whimsy from a young age. Okay?
What did you? So tell them about mom and dad going to.
Oh, so have I not told this on the podcast before?
No, you told the Miss Pector. God, she had a lot to deal with you.
I kind of feel like I've told this on the podcast before, but I'll tell it again.
No, I actually think you have.
22 episodes in, and it's getting hard to remember.
I think so.
Okay, I'll tell one I don't think I've told.
Okay.
I don't think. I decided that it wasn't like jealousy. It just, there were like certain human experiences that other people had that I was kind of like, I wonder what that would be like. And I like to sort of like, I was developing.
You've always just been like such an empath.
And I was developing my skills as like an actor from an early age. And I just kind of wanted to know like what it was like to be in someone else's shoes. And so I was like, it's interesting that I'm an older child and I don't have an older sibling. And so I decided to start telling my friends that I had an older brother.
So crazy that you like have never had the experience of having an older sibling.
No. So I started telling my friend Hannah, who was always sort of the victim of my lies, because
Mr. Schwolo.
We rode the bus together, and so
Right.
like that was just kind of prime storytelling time for her.
It always was.
And I
You mean for you?
Yeah, for her, she was not wanting.
Yeah.
So I told her that I had an older brother. We were like 6.
Okay.
And I said, but you're never going to see him at my house because he's 11 or 12. I don't remember which one I said. So he's always on dates. Like I was like, he's an older man. He's 12.
Did she believe you?
At the time, I'd like to think so. But
Who did you say lived in our like unfinished side of our like crawl space or basement or something?
like a dog. Yeah. One time I told Hannah that our dad had a gun, which in hindsight, I'm like, A, why did I say that? B, if she went home and told any of this to her family.
Well, it's funny that they're such good friends with mom and dad still because.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to make up that I had like invisible orthodonture.
What?
I used to make up that
Why? That is Kate. That is the most random fucking.
I was jealous of the kids who had braces. I wanted to have braces.
You did have braces.
Not until I was like fucking 21 years old. No, I was
13
when I got braces. This is when I was like 9.
When I got those braces off the day of 8th grade graduation, I was like, it is literally over for all of you.
Do you want to know what someone at work told me today?
What?
Apparently children now are getting braces twice, and that's like the thing to do.
Yeah, it's happening a lot. Mac had braces twice.
Yeah, but that was years ago. That was in the olden days. Just kidding.
That was back in like the 1920s.
Yeah.
Wait, I was gonna say one thing.
My lies?
Oh yeah, go on.
No. That was all. I just like to tell lies.
No, I was gonna say that you don't lie anymore.
No, I'm quite honest, actually.
Maybe too honest. I'm kidding. Do you have any,
I don't lie.
Do you have any like words of wisdom ahead of like this like Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day? Because I have something I'd like to say.
Yes. Did you want me to start or did you?
No, I'm going to start and then I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
I don't think that we need a separate holiday for friends.
Like Galentine's Day.
Why don't we just make Valentine's Day about all the various forms of love in your life?
I was going to say that I started liking Valentine's Day between my 2 serious relationships I've been in because I was like, wait, this is so fun. I'm just going to tell all my friends how much I love them. Not on Galentine's Day.
On the 14th.
Valentine's
yes,
Day.
I completely agree with you. I think, listen, and I love you and I love all the people in my life that are in relationships. I think the 13th is a great excuse to go be single and go out. It's not on a Friday. It's fun. Like,
go mingle.
Yeah. But why are we excluding single people from, and I'm not saying that couples are doing this. I think we do it to ourselves. Like, I can still celebrate Valentine's Day. Do you know how many people I love in this life that I can tell I love them on the 14th of February?
I could not agree more. I think it's so fun. And I remember I remember in college, I would like get sad.
Yeah.
And I would like see people like getting flowers or whatever. And like, I don't know. I feel like you just have to change your mindset and be like, I'm gonna like, okay, I love getting people gifts. And I think that sometimes like if you're feeling sad about Valentine's Day, like why don't you write little letters to all your friends who you love, or get them little chocolates 100%. Or just send them a text. And I think that might make you feel really happy and grateful for the people in your life.
I totally agree. I love that. And I also think like the way that I've tried to reframe it too, like walking around New York last year on Valentine's Day, Logan and I both took the day off and we went to like Radio Bakery in Greenpoint, and like the amount of people that were standing in line with roses, I tried to be like,
it's cute.
There's so much love in the world. And like, I don't know what your story is. Like, those could be for your mother. Those could be for your girlfriend. Those could be for your boyfriend.
Mistress.
Right. We don't know. But like, I just had this moment of being like, how freaking adorable that all these people are just like showing their love for the people in their lives on this day. And I think we need to reframe it.
The only thing more powerful than hate is love.
And Kate, with that, I think we wrap this episode up.
Benito Bowl.
Mic drop. That was a great callback.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I think that you could be a podcaster.
My dream. Should we go have a spread?
Let's go have a beef bowl and a spread. A Benito bowl and an amazing
spread.
All right. I love you. Happy
you
Valentine's
too.
Day, all you lovely, lovely, lovely people.
You guys are all my Valentines.
We love you all very much.
Love you.
Like, subscribe, and join us.
Join us on this journey.
And join us. Bye.
Bye, Annie. Love you.